Hello, it is World Wide Web Wednesday, February 24th, 2021. How do I know it's February 24th? Because it is my beautiful wife, Michelle's birthday. Happy birthday to my beautiful wife, Michelle, has a beautiful sunset. Not nearly as beautiful as my beautiful wife, Michelle. Takes place behind me. So, yesterday was Topical Tuesday, and it ends up the biggest topic, the biggest news item in a while, was all the breaking news, latest developments, what's going on with Tiger Woods with this car accident. But there's a few lessons in this here, so I'll share them. Number one is time management. People that know me know, and I talk about it here often, that I do not check my emails or social media until the end of my workday, after I've gotten a lot of stuff done. In other words, I concentrate on my agenda before I see what everybody else's agenda they think is for me. So before I see all the emails with like, oh, respond to this and do that, and what about this, and I got this and what that, I make sure I cross the things off of my list that I have planned to get done before I let the plans go awry. So there I was recording my Topical Tuesday video yesterday on a news topic, and I was not even aware of the number one news topic of the day because I had not yet even opened my emails or checked through social media. That's when I check through when I come on here to Facebook Live at facebook.com/smallbizhelp, where I record my daily Facebook Live video and then put it up all over the place, my blog and podcast and YouTube and LinkedIn and all that stuff. But I come on to Facebook and I'll scroll through some things here most of the time and say happy birthday to people. Today, I said happy birthday to my beautiful wife, Michelle. Imagine that. And so forth. And that's when I saw all the stuff coming on about Tiger. So my time management tip is for you to consider doing the same, is take care of your own agenda before you get bogged down in your text messages and your emails and your social media and what everybody else has in mind for your agenda for the day. Number two is the whole point of Tiger Woods getting into an accident. A couple of things on that. Number one, I recall a back and forth with a client or someone I'm helping with a client of theirs a couple of months ago, do some of his marketing. And I wrote some emails for him, and one was telling a story involving Tiger Woods, and he was like, oh, my audience is women, and women don't have any respect for Tiger Woods because of his infidelity and affairs that he had and whatever. And I'm like, what? Like, I know a lot of women. I have a lot of women clients, business owners that I know. Like, I mean, if you don't even watch golf, I mean, whatever. People that even if they don't have respect for the guy or don't like the guy because of his marital infidelities or affairs or whatever was going on with them, it doesn't set aside the fact that the story was not about that. The story about that was his comeback and his amazing return to glory after 10 years of not winning any of the major tournaments, and he came back and won a major tournament a few years ago. People can respect that. Even if you never watch golf, you can't stand Tiger Woods, you don't know anything about it, you can respect the fact of a top performer having a downtime and then returning to the top of his game. Anyway, another thing about Tiger is other people are saying like, oh man, Tiger gets in an accident, the whole world goes crazy. I mean, we're in a pandemic, we're in a tough economy, there are people losing their jobs. We've got a demented president going off the deep end with executive orders, destroying the country left and right, doing all kinds of crazy things. And this is the big story of the day? Well, here's the thing. That's the power of celebrity. And that's the business, the marketing lesson of the day is, are you leveraging and using the power of celebrity in your marketing, in your advertising, in your sales, in your business? Celebrities matter. Celebrity athletes matter. People want to know every minute detail about things that happen with Tom Brady or Tiger Woods or LeBron James or, back in the day, you can go back in the day to Joe Namath and Muhammad Ali and, Babe Ruth. I mean, the big athletes, big celebrities of the day command attention no matter what happens. Second of all, the power of the Tiger Woods brand. Another lesson here. Tiger Woods is not just a person. Tiger Woods is an entire enterprise. There are so many people that depend on Tiger Woods, so many brands that he represents. There are all kinds of people working for him, with him. Any company that he's representing their product, Buick, does he still do Buick, or Nike or whatever? There's a lot of people whose income, livelihoods, their whole careers depend on Tiger Woods. Is he doing good? Is he doing bad? Is he in the news for something positive, for something negative again? What's going on? A lot of people depend on Tiger. A lot of people care about Tiger. He's more than just a person. And that's the business lesson. As a business owner, you too, in your own way, big or small, not likely as big as Tiger Woods, are more important than just yourself. Your life, what you do, what's going on with you is more important than just to you and your family. For the 90% of people that are employees or unemployed or work for somebody else, or they're not business owners, not often, nearly as often the case. But for business owners, you've got all your employees, your customers, your suppliers, you got your community, you got all kinds of people that are watching you, depending on you, thinking about you. You matter. So be careful when you do things like have an affair, or go speeding down a dangerous road, or take drugs, or drive some strange woman off a bridge and leave her to drown, or watch out when you do this stuff, because as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you are a person of consequence, just like Tiger Woods. And my final lesson about this is something I had a very wise mentor taught me years and years ago. And this happened, didn't really happen much when I was a kid, but it started happening more and more, and you see it here with Tiger and others, that human beings are fallible. And my favorite baseball player when I was a kid was the left fielder for the New York Mets in the late 60s and early 70s, named Cleon Jones, my favorite player. And he got traded or a free agent away from the New York Mets. And there was this thing in the news a few years later that, first of all, of course, I cried uncontrollably when he was no longer a New York Met and he went to become Chicago White Sox or wherever he went. I was like, what? My favorite player. But anyway, I digress. Years later, there was a story that in the early morning hours, he was discovered asleep in his van with some strange young woman, and he was all full of drugs and whatever. And I was like, what? From being my hero on a pedestal, shattered. What do you mean on drugs? What do you mean found doing drugs in a van with strange young woman in the early morning hours? And I'm thinking, early morning hours, what's that, 6, 7 a.m.? Somebody had to let me know as a young kid, early morning hours means 1 a.m., 3 a.m., came out of a club or something and on drugs and took some strange young woman into a van and whatever. What? So the lesson taught to me was, especially if you have kids, you may, in this day and age, you may want to counsel your kids not to choose living real-life people as their heroes. Doesn't matter who they are. Athletes, top athletes in the world, presidents of the United States. They can do all kinds of crazy things to be off of their pedestal and, doing things with cigars and blue dresses, or with, Playmates of the Year, or, whatever. It doesn't matter who people are fallible. So you might not want to let your kids or yourself choose them as their idols and put posters on the wall of them and idolize them, because things happen. Another one of my childhood idols with my poster on the wall of Joe Namath, and then Joe Namath was on Monday Night Football in some interview, famously absolutely drunk out of his mind and hitting on the woman interviewing him, and famously losing his job or whatever, and having just totally embarrassing or whatever. So the solution is to have fictional characters be the heroes of your kids or yourself. Superman or Spider-Man, Wonder Woman, whatever the comic book characters are, the fictional Harry Potter, whatever fictional characters there are, because it's a lot less likely that they will have some sudden human thing happen and let you down. Could be an infidelity, could be a car accident that they cause themselves, could be any kind of a crazy thing, or these days some crazy political stance that with the cancel culture or this and that or whatever. So several lessons coming out of the Tiger Woods car accident from yesterday, and that's why I chose to use today, which is normally World Wide Web Wednesday, and to talk about making money using the internet, to have a take two, a second chance of a Topical Tuesday video. So you got a double dose this week, Topical Tuesday on Topical Tuesday, and another topical video on, I guess this week, what is Topical Wednesday? And that'll do it. Let's go to the questions, comments, concerns, issues. A whole bunch of people are here. Hello. And Phil Brakefield, one of my favorites, is here. And Phil says, now talk about celebrities. Phil is about to have his book come out. Finally, I might say. My beautiful wife, Michelle, is waving hello to Phil.
Hi, Phil.
Well, he's not actually. Well, you're on the camera. See,
Hi, Phil.
You just see his face on the Facebook.
Oh, I love you look great, Phil. Great. I love the cover of the book.
Yes, the Philly Kid, who is releasing
a
book. Oh, yes, happy birthday to you, my beautiful honey.
Thank you for the birthday wishes.
And so Phil had a career working with celebrities, managing rock and roll legends, Jimi Hendrix and Three Dog Night, and worked with Elvis and all kinds of things. So let's see what Phil has to say about celebrities and such, or whatever he has to say. Let's see it here. Phil says, ironic parallel with Ben Hogan. Yes, Ben Hogan for people that are, or was it? Yeah, it was Ben Hogan for golf fans. It was in a near-death car accident, and they said, didn't they say like he might never even walk again? But he actually came back and played golf. But I have a feeling he was much earlier in his career than Tiger, was he not? Tiger's already had 5 back surgeries, and I think this, I don't know all the details, but yes, that is a parallel. Biggest jerk on the planet, but came back after an almost fatal car accident to win a major Seymour. Not a major Seymour, I had to click on the Seymour. Whether Tiger ever wins another tournament or not, he is a celebrity and people will track with him, yes. And I don't know, first of all, no matter how much of a jerk, I believe that Ben Hogan was not the biggest jerk on the planet. I can guarantee you that Tiger Woods is not the biggest jerk on the planet. Wow. You'd be here all day if I even listed the top 100 that are in the news these days. But I digress. Thank you for the comment, Phil. If anyone knows celebrities, it's Phil Brakefield. Check out his book, The Philly Kid, coming to a Amazon.com near you soon. And that'll do it for take 2 of Topical Tuesday here on World Wide Web Wednesday, February 24th, my beautiful wife Michelle's birthday, 2021. Enjoy the rest of your day. I am about to have some dinner and some birthday cake and hang out with my beautiful wife Michelle, my favorite thing on earth to do. Hope you are doing your favorite thing as well, and I'll catch you tomorrow on Throwback Thursday.